Hello my dear kids, welcome to the channel. This is your Annapurna ma'am and I hope you all are doing great. Today I have a beautiful story for you kids. Now kids, this story was written by Nadia O Brian. She tells of her experiences and her memories when she visited her uncle's farmhouse. That was in her last summer vacation when she visited her uncle's farmhouse, which was in a village near Khandala in Mumbai, India. She tells how she made 5 little friends in this. Through this story, she is telling of her experience and about the tiny little creatures that were her friends. Now kids, I know even you just can't wait in your holidays to go and visit your relatives, your uncle, your aunt, your granny and many. Even the same was with Nadia. She always has been looking forward to this, to go and visit her uncle's farmhouse in India, Mumbai. So kids, now the story goes like this. Now on one fine morning, Nadia and her uncle, they went for fishing. And her uncle showed her a pond. The most thing she liked about this pond was in the pond there were many fish, and there was a place near the pond which her uncle showed her. That's where a frog had laid its eggs on something which looked like a jelly, which Nadia's mother prepares for her at home. And as Nadia and her uncle just watched the sort of jelly sort of thing, which were actually the eggs of the frog. It was just looking like jelly, and as they kept on watching it, the jelly melted under the sunshine. It just melted, and guess what happened? The eggs hatched out and tiny little black creatures, they wriggled out of it. They were Nadia called them as wrigglers, but actually Nadia's uncle said that they were the tadpoles, and they were just racing around in the water. They were just wriggling. Nadia called them as wrigglers because they were wriggling a lot. They were twisting and turning their bodies a lot. Now, Nadia had never seen this before. They were the tadpoles. I know children, I hope you all know what is a tadpole. The baby frog is termed as a tadpole. Okay, now, so Nadia had never seen this before. She just wanted to catch them, to hold them in her hands, and she tried it, but she couldn't. They just slipped in between her fingers. So what they did was they brought a net and they tried to take some of the tadpoles, the wrigglers, in the net. They could catch many of them, but they took the tadpoles which just had only a head and a tail. They took these tadpoles and they put them into a big glass jar. Now, after putting them in the jar, Nadia's uncle, they took these tadpoles and put them in a big glass jar along with some water in it. But Nadia's uncle said that when they grow up, they are going to become frogs. Each tadpole, which now had just a head and a tail, they are going to become frogs. So Nadia just put them all back into the water except 5 of them, which she kept in the large glass jar. Now she named these 5 after the Pandavas. I hope you children know the Pandavas brothers. They are 5 in number. You have heard of them in the Mahabharata. Their names are Yudhisthira, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul, Sahadev. So she named her tiny little friends after these the Pandavas brothers names. She kept the names after the Pandavas brothers. Nadia's uncle said to take a small weed from the pond and put it in the glass jar so that the tadpoles could cling to it. That could be a support for them. They could cling on it whenever they liked. Now they took these 5 tadpoles in the glass jar and they brought it to their home. Now after few days, Nadia was taking care of them, and after few days, Nadia a thought came to her mind that the tadpoles could be feeling cold after so many days being in this water, cold water. So she took the glass jar and kept it under the hot sun one day. Now, after a few hours, when she went to have a look at them, she could see that the water was too hot. She could feel that the water was hot, and she could see the 5 tadpoles were just, they turned over, showing their bellies. She was little worried. She didn't know what to do. She just ran to call her uncle and she explained everything what she had seen. Now her uncle came running near where the glass jar was kept, and he immediately poured out the hot water from the glass jar and put some cold water into it. And after few minutes, they could see that the tadpoles, they recovered, they regained to their normal condition. So this made Nadia so happy. She was sorry for keeping the glass jar under the hot sun, and then she took the glass jar and kept it again in the same place where they were kept. But after that, she could see a magic happened. Guess what? The tadpoles, they became frogs. They transformed into frogs. And all her tiny little friends, now Nadia was so happy. She learned from her uncle how to feed the tadpoles, the frogs. She tied a few bits of food into a string. She made it a long string and put into the water so that the frogs, they could nibble into it. And again she removed it so that the water should not become smelly or cloudy. She always took a good care of them. Now, after few days, uncle said to Nadia that they should be kept in the garden, their natural home, so that they could feed on some grubs, insects, and remain healthy. So Nadia now transferred this tub, the jar, to the garden, where she kept this under a tree, a shady place in the garden. Now, after some days, one day she saw that the tub was empty. She was again worried. Where are my Pandavas? My Pandavas have gone. She was just worried. And her uncle said, no, they have returned to their natural home. They have returned to their natural home. But now she started feel that her Pandavas have gone. She was little worried. But when her uncle said that they have returned to their natural home, she was happy, because they were happy. Her tiny little friends, her 5 little friends were happy, returning to their natural homes. So, children, now kids, what did you understand from this story? What did you learn from this story? Now, whatever it is, we are most comfortable at our homes, and even the animals are most comfortable in theirs. So from that day, Nadia learned that she should never take away the animals, let it be a frog, a fish, or any animal, from their natural home. We should not take any animal from their natural home. And at the same time, we should be loving, we should be caring, we should be protective towards any animals, because they are still a part of our beautiful planet Earth. God has made every creature in a different and with a distinct shape, different appearance, and all the life forms, they have to be protected, they have to be cared, because they cannot speak. So we should be protective towards them, and we should not take them away from their natural homes. I hope, children, you have enjoyed the story and liked it. Keep writing to me. Where do you like to go on your vacation? Write in the comment box below, and keep subscribing for more such videos. Take care. Bye bye. See you in my next video.